Hello guys, Brad here again with another video. And now today I want to talk about 5 fragrances that I feel are too authentic for their own good. Now, all 5 of these fragrances are fragrances that I've sampled in the past, but I don't actually own bottles of any of these 5 fragrances. And one of the reasons why is probably because I felt that for one reason or another, the fragrance just was too authentic for its own good. And I went ahead and came up with 5 fragrances in no particular order. Then I'm going to talk about each one and tell you why I feel they're too authentic. Number 5, and this is one that Mark just reviewed today, and he's actually the inspiration for this video. It's called Cuir Ottoman from the house of Parfum d'Empire. Now, this fragrance is a very authentic leather fragrance. In fact, one of the reasons why I decided to sample this fragrance nearly 8 years ago is because I heard it smelled very much like a leather shoe. And when I sampled it, it did in fact smell very much like a leather shoe. But I started to ask myself, do I really want to smell like a leather shoe as my fragrance of the day? So I decided, no, not really. I do think leather is a great note in fragrances, but I think simply smelling like a leather shoe is not really something that I, really want to smell like. So I put that on the list as number 5, Cuir Ottoman. Number 4 is another fragrance that was getting some hype a while back. From the house of Healy, this one is called Sal Marin. Now, Sal Marin is an aquatic fragrance, and a lot of people think it's great because they say it's a very authentic, realistic, aquatic scent. But, if you've ever been to the ocean, you've ever been swimming in the ocean with the dirty, fishy, salty water, first thing you probably want to do is take a shower. So you ask yourself, why do I want to smell like seawater? Why do I want to have that authentic aquatic smell on my skin as my scent of the day? And the answer to that is that you probably don't. A lot of people don't like this fragrance because of that saltiness. Some people think it's great. Personally, based off of my sample impression, it was a pass for me. I don't own a bottle. I was actually tempted to buy a bottle recently, but when I went back and watched my review of it, I remember that I didn't really like it. So I do like the bottle design. The anchor and all that. It's a really attractive looking bottle. I think it would look great in a collection, but I would probably not grab for it very often because a little bit too authentic for my taste. The next one is another one that got a lot of hype a while back. From the house of Atelier, Orange Sanguine. People said orange sanguine smells just like freshly squeezed orange juice. But would you want to smell like you just spilled a glass of orange juice all over yourself? I don't think so. Or people are going to say, "Hey, you smell sexy. You smell like you spilled orange juice on yourself." Probably not going to happen. So why wear orange sanguine from the House of Atelier? I can't really think of a good reason for it. Number 2. A popular one from the house of Comme des Garçons called Avignon, a very authentic incense fragrance. Some people say it smells just like you're inside a church during Catholic Mass. Question is, do I want to smell like that as my fragrance of the day? I can't really think of a good time when I would want to smell like that. I did have a sample of Avignon, and I ended up sort of layering it with some vanilla to at least make it a little bit more wearable. But Avignon is probably not a fragrance that's ever going to find a home in my collection. And finally, from the house of imaginary authors, the Soft Lawn. Now, this fragrance kind of smells like a tennis court, specifically like a grass court, tennis court. Wimbledon, think Wimbledon. You even have a note in there that smells like a tennis ball. If you've ever opened up a can of tennis balls, it's sort of like a chemical smell. It's not the most pleasant smell in the world, but it's in this fragrance along with some grassy notes and everything. I think some lime or linden blossom. So I think this one might be a little bit too authentic for its own good. So I don't own a bottle of the Soft Lawn, and even though I love to play tennis, I probably never will own that one. So those are 5 that I came up with. Let me know what you think of my list down below. If you have an authentic fragrance that you don't like because it's too authentic? Comment down below and let's get a good discussion going on this topic. So thanks for watching. I'll talk to you later.